So, more detail. This is the wife's. It's the one I showed you. It's got the little handle I like. It's got a key. It's got to stay in. Also, it's different from that one in the fact that this cable comes with it and it has a plug in there. And you just pretty much plug it in the back. Now, more importantly, well, just as important, is this rack that comes with it. Now, this one actually comes with the rack. You can see how you install it. You put it here. And I go into detail about these things because these are not part of the installation of the rack, how it came. And you can see it's attached here. And I'll go more into detail about that in a minute. But I'm gonna show you the rack. It's a nice rack, nice and wide. You gotta get the fat tire rack. And because the wheel is so wide, the standard rack, which I've got one somewhere. Let's see. Oh, here it is. I installed this standard rack, and this I had on the wife's bike, that one right there, and had it up there for a while, and really kind of it worked, but it didn't because it was too narrow. I spread it out as best I could, and it still was too narrow on the wheel, so I had to eventually go ahead and get a new rack, which is the one you see right there. But anywho. Just like that rack, and just like the rack on my bike, I had to modify it. And if you buy one of these things, you put your bike together, you'll probably run into the same situation. I'm guessing there's not a way you can get around it because these bikes are sophisticated and they've got those, well, if you get one of these, I mean, I'm sure there's a kind where it uses old style, you know, where the brakes squeeze onto the wheel right here and it breaks the bike. But mine, these two, came with disc brakes. They're not hydraulic, they're manual disc brakes. But with all this setup with the disc brake, you couldn't use this basic rack with what it came with. And maybe I'll find and show you. Anywho, what it came with was supposed to attach here. But with all of this anyway, it didn't work. It wouldn't work. So what I had to wind up doing, and I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this. I'm going to do the best I can. But there's a cut. I guess you can see that cut right there. I had to cut all of this off. Let's see, where am I? I had to cut all of this off at an angle right there. And this right here, I got 4 of them. I got these from the hardware store. These are basically cable clamps. I think these are the 3/4, the 1/2 inch, I can't remember which. But, and I bought these screws and that nut to go with it, and I attached it right to the this rear fork, if that's a good word for it. Same thing up here, and that was the only way to make this work. You know, I could use everything about the rack except, you know, they had hardware for here and over there, but they wouldn't work with what I was trying to set up. So I had to wind up going and get these electrical clamps, which basically electric clamps the whole cable, and put these in place of the stuff they gave me, which I've probably thrown away. I don't know. But same thing with the other bike. And that rack and battery come as one. Same thing here. The rack and the battery, they actually sell it as one. And same thing as with the other bike. I had to modify where they attach to this frame. It's kind of crude. I just pretty much took my grinder and cut it at a slant that would match up with this slant, keeping it, you know, pretty much vertical. Not perfectly vertical, but I think it turned out pretty good. And just like the other bike, I bought these electrical clamps from like Lowe's, Home Depot somewhere, and put these here and put a screw through, bolt, nut on the other side, and pretty much made this work with this and all of that. So it's been a journey. The bikes are nice. Haven't taken them to any woods where I'm, you know, jumping a creek or anything, but you know, they work. And like I said, the setup, that motor right there comes with the control I showed you earlier. And this guy which is the throttle. I turn it off to do it. The throttle, just like a motorcycle throttle, you just hit it back like that, she goes. Also comes with what is considered illegal in this country, because pedal assist, they just, well, I assume it's illegal. I don't use it, it's unplugged, but I did install it. Pedal assist right here means whenever you pedal, if you decide to pedal and having your pedal assist connected, which I don't, can't find it, but my pedal assist is not connected, but when you pedal the bike actually energizes or kicks the motor in to give you more thrust. In other words, if I use pedal assist with this bike, I believe you're supposed to keep them under 30 miles an hour. But if I use pedal assist as I'm riding, and I've tried it, but I've disconnected since, if I use my pedal assist, I can probably get it up to 35. But, you know, like I said, 30 is what's legal. Beyond, I think 30 or 28 or whatever, is considered a moped, and you have to get certain licenses or what have you. So, you know, trying to keep it legal. Anyway, anybody that wants to go faster than 30 miles an hour on a bicycle like this, it's probably a little loony, because I've had it up to 30, and at that speed she stiffens up like a board. It's like hard to steer. You don't want to steer, you kind of want to lean into your turns or whatever. But if I had hit anything big enough, or a boulder, good sized rock or what have you, there's no telling what might have happened. So it's a good idea to not have these things go faster than 30. But you know, each his own. I mean, if you got them going faster than 30, be careful. Anywho, like I said, these come governed from the factory. The factory I bought that motor from, and it came with that controller I showed you on the other bicycle. And this controller I keep in this pouch. There it is with all the wires connected and all that good stuff. Same controller, Voilamart, I think it's the name of it. They come as a set with the throttle and the pedal assist. So the only thing I had to buy outside of this entire wheel, which comes with the motor, and the pedal assist, the throttle, and that's it. Everything else was an extra attachment. I kind of like to set up all together both bikes, and I did the math some time ago. I figured everything you see there, the two bikes, everything on them, actually was only around $1,500 to $1,700, and that is everything. I mean, everything about them. So I thought that was pretty good, because you buy these things nowadays, and one of these costs you, you know, could be upwards of almost a couple of grand and a half. So I think I got a pretty good deal. I have noticed one thing about this tire, and these things are expensive. I've got a wear spot, which looks like almost a tire failure situation about to happen. But and it's pretty expensive. They're like $70 a piece, just a tire, no wheel, anything. So well, that's it. Like, subscribe, comment, I appreciate it, and have a nice day.